Hey there, Scrappy Sisters and Mr. Suzanne here in the studio today to talk about the Wander paper suite from Close to My Heart in the July-August catalog. This is a great paper suite with lots of extras in it, including a Cricut Wander collection. I hope you'll check these out. They're real affordable at only $9.99, and you can really do a lot. And they even pretty much give you a whole layout. And then, of course, there are stamp sets available too. Sometimes it's hard to choose between all the good stuff. We have a scrapbooking workshop kit that looks like to be a lot of fun. Those always have exclusive papers in them, as well as die cuts. So there are some more examples. Very, very fun. And then some more card making items. Okay, so let me show you up close what it is I have decided to get out of this paper suite. First of all, of course, it would be the paper pack with sticker sheet. So let's take a look at these. Here is the first paper. Isn't that pretty? The featured colors are black, charcoal, evergreen, glacier, linen, paprika, peach, peacock, sage, sapphire, sundance, and white daisy. The other side of that sheet is this sage topographical map looking paper, and look at this cute zip strip. Is that not just adorable? Okay. Following that, we have this paper with all the fun icons. The mug and the compass and the map and the axe and the kayak and the oars and the compass and the tent. So much fun. That is really, really neat, I think. Of course, we got a fun zip strip on this one. It's just paprika with dots and plus signs. But dig this diamond pattern on the back. Isn't that fabulous? I think so. That is a very versatile piece of paper. And then here we have on the next one this pretty Sundance color. And what did I do with its mate? Well, that's embarrassing. Oh, here it is. And of course, that's pretty iconic. This landscape with all these different shaded colors. Speaking of shaded colors, that of course brings us to the coordinating cardstock pack. As you know, Close to My Heart has the dark shade on one side and the lighter shade on the other. Dark and light, dark and light, dark and light. I'm going to have to come over here with these. So much dark and light and white. So isn't that fabulous? Can you see that? Isn't that fabulous, I should say. Okay, let's put the papers aside for a moment and look at the sticker sheet. All right, so here we have an edge of clouds. I love this tree line. And I think these trees are also in the Cricut package. Here we've got Ticket to Anywhere, Inhale, Exhale. Have you noticed that if the light is picking it up, the camera's picking up, some of these have the ultraviolet coating on them, so you get the glossy, yeah, you can see it there on the Keep Exploring. You get the glossy look. those are really, really fun. I've gotten them all in there so you can see. Yeah, look at that, the knife, the binoculars. I love that lamp. This is just so cute. Leave the road, take the trails. Isn't that fun? Also got the stamp set. This is actually the card making. Again, we've got mountains and roads and lakes and of course trees, camper, s'mores. Cheers to s'more years. That is very fun. I also got the Wander die cuts. Take a look at these. This is fun. They've really gotten a lot on this 6x12 sheet. As you can see, they have some inside of others. So here's again that postage stamp motif that matched some of these stickers down here. We've got arrows, of course, and like a Polaroid kind of a frame. These are just super cute slides in lots of colors. So you can get a lot of use out of those. I also have the Picture My Life cards, so let's take a look at those. Wonder Woman. And then on the other side, we've got the other orientation. Hot coffee and a walk in the woods. Oh, lovely landscape. Both orientations. You'll find me in the forest. Isn't that cute? And this side says, nature isn't a place to visit, it's home. Another landscape. Oh, then a nighttime one in this orientation. Excuse me. Let's roam. There's another landscape. That's supposed to be water. You can see the kayak there. Very fun. Up here's river. I like that they do sometimes slightly different color variations on the opposite sides. Is this clouds or water, or I can't quite decide. What do you think? Nature, nice journal card there. And then think outside, no box required. That's really cute. I like that one a lot. So there you have 12 of that size. Then we also have 12 of the of the 4x6. Stay curious. Give yourself time to grow. Grow through what you go through. That's good wisdom. Here's another one, landscape. Oh, I like that. That's a little different color combination. We got more water. The great outdoors. Oh, I like the stitching on this. Adventure seeker. Nice. Trailblazer. Find your true north. Oh, sunshine. You can't beat that, can you? That's a simple card, but a very nice one. Explored. Location, weather, date, details. I like that one. Oh, I like that color combination especially. Here we go. The road heading off into the horizon. And then last but not least, all of those cute icons. Isn't that fun? I really like this Wander collection in the July, August. I will be back soon with layouts so that you can see those. I can also use my June stamp of the month, outdoor borders, as I'm scrapbooking. As you can see, this goes with all kinds of the paper packs that we have going. But I like that the mountains and then the happy camper back to nature scenic view all go with Wander. So hopefully you're snagging up some of those nice stamp of the months with just a $50 order. They'd be $5. Or if you're VIP, they're free with a $50 order. It's never too late to sign up to be a VIP. Lots of good benefits there. Okay. Thanks for your time and attention. Now would be the time to like the video and subscribe. I hope you'll do that. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Okay, now that we've seen all the papers, let's make a layout, shall we? Okay, for our first double layout, we are going to use Paprika as the base, and I have gone with the lighter side. Okay, then across the bottom, we are going to add a 1.5 inch piece of peacock. So that goes at the bottom. I've put adhesive on a lot of my things already to make the video go a little quicker. Then we are going to add a 1/2 inch piece of the glacier. Here I've used the darker side of the glacier. Put that down. And next we're going to use this topographical paper, and this is a 6 by 12 inch slice of that. Okay, and then across the top we are going to use this darling zip strip. Hopefully my head's not in there. I'll be mindful of that. Okay, there we go. Next, we're adding a couple of 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 photo mats. Okay, and the first one, I'm going to put in about, a little over a 1/4 inch and about 2.5 inches down. Just eyeballing that yellow zigzag paper. And then we're going to match that up with a vertical one. Now, this is the back of that sun paper, and I cut my photo mats. I made sure to cut them from the part that didn't have all of the colors down at the bottom because I wanted to use those for something in particular. So, just a reminder when you're cutting to plan ahead a little bit. Okay. In this corner, I have taken the always take the scenic route and backed it on some white paper, and then I am using this chipboard from the chipboard pack here. And then I want this to tuck in here, and since I want to be able to put photos behind it, I'm going to use some 3D foam tape and actually put it on the layout and not on the embellishment so that I can have a lot of control there. So we pull the backing off of that. Okay, and then I want to overlap, I don't know, a little bit on each of these, maybe a little bit more here than there. Okay, then I think we need a few journaling strips maybe. I cut those. Now where did I set them? There they were hiding. Let's see. I think I'm going to make these if I'm going to be handwriting journaling, I use about 3/8 inch thickness, using a temporary adhesive for these. get those cut quite evenly, did I? Let's do that. And then if I decide later I want to use a journal box or I want to type mine, these always can come up very easily. Let's put a few stickers on here. I like this one for adding the date. Here. This little explorer, I think I want to put that on again with a bit of 3D foam tape. And again, I will apply the foam tape to the bottom of the mat here. So it's right at the edge of the mat. Right about there. And then a cute, one of the cute postage stamps that says, "Wish you were here." I actually think I like that down here in the corner. And then I use the stamp set. This is the Close to My Heart Stampin' Thin Cuts Wander card making. And I liked it because of the little icons they had, the bike and the road and the signs. So specifically, I pulled out this little tent, and I think I'm going to pop one down here. Just as an accent. Okay. Okay. Again, putting our 1.5 inch by 12 piece of peacock at the bottom. Followed by a 1/2 inch of glacier. Could be snugging these up to make sure that they're lining up super, super well. Of course, the tricky part is when you're using the thinner strips like this 1/2 inch, because it's so hard to cut thinner strips, but looks like I did a pretty good job on that one. Look how nicely that matches up. Oh, I love it when it comes together so nicely. Okay. It's our 6 inches. And zip strip across the top. Okay, so let's use a little different configuration of photos here. First of all, I think I'm going to put one down here. Let's call this up about 2 1/4 and in about 2 1/8. In the end, you end up eyeballing it. And then I think up above it, I'm going to put 2 photos that are not matted. Put those kind of side by side. Of course, I'm watching my little alleyways here, borders, whatever you want to call them, in between. Okay. And then I want to use this big Wander sticker here, but I want to fancy it up a bit. So first I'm going to put some 3D foam tape on the back of that. And I'm kind of putting it in the middle and leaving the edges up, and you'll see why here in a minute. Sometimes that backing just doesn't want to come off, does it? Okay, I think I want this to be down just a little. What I'm going to do is I cut up one of the frames out of the die cuts into these pieces. And I could have just cut it in on the diagonal and used it as a frame this way, but I thought it needed something all the way around. So I'm using the two short pieces. I'm going to use those at the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to use the side pieces, the longer pieces on the side. Okay, so let's kind of put this down, and then we can go back and we can tuck these all around it. Just barely. Since these have dots on them, it's nice. I can hide one row of dots. That looks pretty well centered. Over here, let's tuck under. Just one row of dots. At the bottom, it's kind of a row and a half on this edge, and up here, whoops, there, I like that. That top one not look quite straight. It's hard to tell when you're working with things a little farther away from you. Okay. I've got some more of those little tents, so I'm going to put a small row of those over here, I think. And again, since I knew I was going to be putting it on this color, I didn't want to go with a real dark background. This particular stamp doesn't have a die, but I think it's such an easy cutout that I can see myself using a lot of these. We don't actually camp out in tents, but we do a lot of hiking at state parks with campgrounds, so certainly this works as the background. And here I'm just kind of doing 3 and putting them in a little triangle there. Let's try a few more stickers. I really like this Gone Exploring one, so I'm going to put that down here. I'm going to use a little 3D foam tape so I can tuck my photo in later. Okay. And I think I want to use this lantern, but I'm putting some of the sticker backing paper on the top of that. So it's also not going to be there. Oh, I think that looks really good. Over here, let's try some trees also kind of tucked in. All right, now we're kind of looking at both pages and I'm deciding what else I might need. Okay, actually, I think it would look really nice if there was something kind of right here filling this in. I think I probably want that on 3D foam tape as well, just to give it a little dimension. Snug that up right there. Okay, so I have my visual triangle working here, so that's good. The pages are feeling pretty well balanced. I went through the PML cards and I thought this one particularly looked nice. I'm trying to decide, do I want it here or do I want it here? I think for now I'm going to put it here, but of course I'm putting it on with a temporary adhesive, so depending on what pictures I end up having, that looks real good. Okay, seems like we need a few more little bitty bits and bobs. They had given us some of these blue and white X's. So I think I'm going to put a couple of those there. I think I'm going to put some over here. How does that look? I think I'm happy with that. What do you think? So that's our first one out of the box. Full disclosure, Close to My Heart provides makers with some ideas to get us started on using paper packs. So this is somewhat their sketch, but I'm happy to share with you. And then I've just tweaked a few things that I think are appropriate. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, this video is starting to run a little long, so I'm going to show you a layout I have already done. If you've been following my blog or my YouTube channel, you know that my sister-in-law and I are doing a scrapbook challenge this month, and this would be week 3, and here is the sketch that she picked out for us to use. This is from the June 2021 Page Maps site. So you could find this online if you're interested. I'm betting the critters are what really caught her eye, and I wouldn't be surprised if those show up on her layout. So remember to go take a look at her blog and her YouTube video as well. But in order to make this, I used the last of my leftovers of the Wander. And here is what I came up with, plus a couple of pieces of paper from the mix-in pack. This is a mix-in paper as well as this wood grain. And then this is a zip strip we have here. And a piece of pattern paper scrap I had over there. I really like this. I hope you're not getting too much glare on that one item here. Instead of the animals, I just decided that that was where I was going to put my clusters, but I used sort of as a base for my clusters a starburst kind of shape. Here I did the background, and then I cut out the Wander Woman. I used a Picture My Life card here, along with some leftover border sticker. These two stickers were actually from my Close to My Heart stash. I had to use a little bit of gray Copic marker on that to tone down the color of that so it better matched the colors in this layout. And then here I've done sort of the notebook spiral binding as was shown in the sketch. Let's Get Lost. And since there's a little campfire there, I use this sticker. And then I love these cute little X's they had in this kit on the sticker sheet. So I've used 3 of those in all 3 places. Isn't that cute? I was really happy with this. Of course, I still have a couple of more layouts that I had already cut the papers for, and I'm going to do a video on those. So that's what you will see next week, hopefully, is the rest of my Wander, and then whatever I'm going to do for the 4th week of the Scrapbook Layout Challenge. I appreciate your watching so much. See you back here soon. Bye-bye.